Calaroga Shark Media.
Look at me, I actually noticed the mic wasn't plugged in. Hi, it is plugged in now. I'm Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. I like this joke from late night about the New Hampshire primaries. I shouldn't do it because I'm just going to annoy half of you, but it's funny. Jimmy Fallon said it was a tense day for former President Trump. He spent all day wondering if he won New Hampshire or if the vote was rigged. All right, I sat down to watch TV. I watched two specials. I watched Jacqueline Novak's On Your Knees, and I watched Kevin James' Irregardless. I'm going to talk about both of them. I'll start with Jackie Novak. I feel like this is one of those specials that I'm supposed to like. I feel like the industry has decided, oh, this is important. And I got to tell you, I was done with it at a minute 55, and the first minute of the special is Jackie walking on stage. I tried. I was like, I gotta stay with this one. People are gonna get so mad at me that I didn't like it. I bailed at the 4-minute 20 mark. I couldn't. I'll talk more about that in a second as we dive into the reviews. So then I was like, all right, let me watch Kevin James' Irregardless. I kind of like the trailer. This one's on Amazon Prime. I had to hunt for it. Like, they didn't put it in front of me. I had to go into search and type in KEVIN space J before it even surfaced. Kevin comes out and does this weird dancing crap for a full 2 minutes. And I was like, WTF without Mark Maron. What is going on? What are you doing? It just made me hostile towards the special. Like, get out and tell a joke. What are you doing? Just awful. I was kind of playing on my phone. I made it to 7 minutes and 20 seconds, but it's lame. It's hacky. It's not trying. So just write that one off totally. All right, let's talk about Jackie Novak. Tara Ariano writes for Cracked. What if I told you Netflix also has a comedy special out this month that's written, directed, and performed by a woman and nearly entirely revolves around a matter of interest to women and others who sleep with men? It's time for us to erase the sour memory of The Dreamer from Dave Chappelle and Ricky Gervais' Armageddon by making Jackie Novak Get on Your Knees the biggest comedy special in Netflix history. It's certainly the most shockingly great debut I've seen in years. I'll jump in here. I suspect that women are going to like this special a lot more than I do, and that's fine. All I could say about this is I'm me, and me didn't enjoy it. It didn't speak to me. As for those other specials, Chappelle's The Dreamer was terrible. Ricky's Armageddon, I liked. I got what he was trying to do. I thought it was amusing. Tara writes, it diminishes Get on Your Knees to compare to any of Netflix's worst specials starring male comics, but good comedy on the platform only makes the bad comedy look worse. The Karen craft evident in every frame of Knees makes me permanently pre-sold for everything else Novak does between now and when one of us dies. Watch this show so she can make 3 dozen more, or failing that, at least one more than Dave Chappelle. Yeah, I feel like already this is going to be on everybody's end of the year list, and like I said, I'm not feeling it. I'm going to read another review here from Sean McCarthy in Decider, who talks about one part of the special that just made me go, yeah, all right. Sean McCarthy on Decider writes, Novak is upfront about her presentation choices from the get-go, and this is the part that I was like, what are we doing? Stopping to physically trace your steps back to the wings of the stage and then again to the microphone, comparing it to the moments during sex when a person moves down from the face past the torso to the pelvis, placing even more attention on the phallic nature of the microphone in comedy. The joke there, because the whole way there, everyone knows what you're headed to do, but you're not doing the thing. And I heard that joke, and it's like, all right, this is what we're doing here. And that's where she lost me when I said it. She lost me at the, let me check my notes. What did I say? 155. That's when I was like, and I hung in there. I'm not feeling this one. I'm sorry. I know people are going to get mad at me. Sean writes, then there's her stage presence, the way she handles the mic cord as she strides back and forth along the stage. And then Sean wrote this hack line about Chris Rock, almost like an early Chris Rock, although she brings no pain. Dude, come on. And Sean's much better than that. What are you doing? Her delivery, too, carries a breathless pacing, and she's dressed in a simple gray t-shirt and jeans so as not to distract her audience. Good joke here. I like to keep it moving on stage because I know how you people operate. I stand still too long. You see something you like, you take a mental snapshot. Who knows what you'll do with it later? So this is not me ranting about Sarah Cooper getting a Netflix special off pantomiming to Donald Trump videos. This is not that. This is not me going Adam Sandler movies are terrible, which they are. Oh, we're going to talk about that in a second. We'll talk about that in the second half. This is me going, I didn't like this special. That's all this is. I'm continuing to monitor the biggest story in comedy, Natasha Leggero. I keep checking her Instagram and see if she posts any more photos, because if she does, I want to be sure to tell you about them quickly. She did post that one. We've talked about that already. And it got a lot of likes and thumbs up or whatever it is you do on Instagram. Chelsea Handler wrote, "This is an excellent update." Sarah Silverman wrote, "Queen." Margaret Cho wrote, "Iconic" in all caps. Rachel Feinstein shared popping champagne bottles. Atska Watkatska gave an appreciative ha ha ha, followed by a parade of applauding hands. Meredith Salinger, Allison Brie, and Mary Lynn Ricecup also shared their approval. So did Nick Thune, Rob Hubel, and Mark Normand. Melissa Villasenor said, "This rocks, you rock." Rachel Brosnahan wrote, "Funny way to propose, but yes." Beth Stelling wrote, "You could always try to bang your opener, and if they say no, unfollow them on social media." Madonna pulled Amy Schumer up on stage during night 2 of the Celebration Tour at Madison Square Garden. Amy helped Madonna judge the performances of Madonna's professional dancers. Amy and Madonna sat on wooden seats facing the audience, while Madonna's scantily clad dancers showed off their skills. We are told that Amy and Madonna seemed more than impressed by the performances, holding up placards with 10 printed on them. Some performers weren't content just dancing, choosing to give them risque lap dances. What is going on with this podcast this week? We've got all kinds of situations. Where's there a story about Jim Gaffigan joking about toast? We're told while Madonna wrapped her legs around one of the men, Amy Schumer was photographed in shock as a man wearing just a thong and knee-high pants got up close and personal to, give her a show. Meanwhile, having nothing to do with comedy, but it's interesting, 2 fans have launched a legal action against Madonna because Madonna was late to her shows. In legal papers, fans are upset that Madonna started 3 shows at 10:30, apparently, despite promoters saying the show would begin at 8:30. The fans claim, due to the late start, it left them to struggle with work and family commitments the following day. They are claiming false advertising, negligent misrepresentation, and unfair and deceptive trade practices. I hope they win. I hate when you go to a concert, it starts absurdly late. And I'm with these people. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I can't be out till 1 a.m. on a Tuesday night. If you tell me the show's going to start at 10:30, I won't buy a ticket. You say 8:30, let's do 8:30. Don't make me sit there for 2 hours. Team fans. Well, look at this. Finally, somebody listened to me. I'm so excited about this headline. Jon Stewart to return to The Daily Show as a host and an executive producer. I suggested that. I can't believe they listened. Jon Stewart will host The Daily Show on Mondays, starting February 12th. Stewart will also executive produce the show and work with a rotating lineup of comedians who will helm the program the rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Chris McCarthy, the big suit over there, said, "Jon Stewart is the voice of our generation, and we are honored to have him return to Comedy Central's The Daily Show to help us make sense of the insanity and division rolling the country as we enter the election season. Jon is the perfect person to puncture the empty rhetoric and provide much-needed clarity with his brilliant wit." Jon stopped hosting The Daily Show back in 2015. Matt Rife, wheels continue to come off from the Daily Mail. Scandal-prone American comedian Matt Rife is slammed for unfinished Australian stand-up show that left fans underwhelmed. All right, what's this? A woman who attended one of Matt Rife's shows in Australia posted a review on the Facebook gossip page Tea Time, describing his set as unfinished and watered down. She says Rife was initially met with roars of enthusiasm, but fans quickly turned against him as he carried on with his set. She wrote, "I'm unsure how comedians work if it's new material, but this seemed unfinished or watered down. His jokes weren't landing like usual. The crowd was 2,000 people and were overall pretty mellow. When the show ended, we were all walking out and people were not hyped. People were yelling out that it wasn't good and what they thought it would be. That got some comments." One commenter wrote, "Well, that's your problem. You support Matt Rife." Another wrote, "I'd rather go and watch a used tampon be thrown against a wall a bunch of times than see that guy live." If I had to pick between those two, I would definitely go see Matt Rife. Now, if you said to me Adam Sandler movie or the other option, that's a tough one. We'll get to that. I touched upon this yesterday. Hot 97 reports Kevin Hart is seeking a restraining order against blogger Tasha K. Hot 97 sources the lawsuit as saying Tasha has an established history of posting defamatory and otherwise improper content regarding celebrities. Hart wrote, working in the entertainment industry, my livelihood depends in large part on my reputation and the public's perception of me. That perception is of particular concern in the light of the fact that I'm involved in a number of family-oriented projects such as the Jumanji franchise, Fatherhood, Captain Underpants, The Secret Life of Pets, and others. I also endorse various national brands, and those endorsement deals depend in part on a public perception of my reputation, respectability, and character. The lawsuit claimed that Tasha attempted to blackmail Kevin Hart by saying an interview would not be released if he paid her $250,000. I got a good chuckle when I woke up on Wednesday. I was checking my email and I saw that Liz M. bought me 5 large iced coffees. Thank you so much, Liz. And Liz writes, can't wait to hear an entire episode of you saying nice things about Adam Sandler movies. I have decided to accept this challenge, as I wrote back to Liz. You got to give me like a week here. I can't just do this off the top of my head. I'm going to have to prepare for this one. So I have right now in my editorial calendar, Saturday, February 3rd, I will do an entire episode saying nice things about Adam Sandler movies. Can't wait. Can you? It's going to be amazing. So, Liz, thank you for the coffees. If you would like to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/dailycomedynews. I was thinking of Liz this morning as I drove, and actually I'm still wearing, I hadn't combed my hair, and I throw on this running cap. I'm still wearing it as I record the show today. But anyway, I got a large iced coffee with caramel and milk and a coffee roll. By the way, so when I went for my physical, the doc was like, hey, your cholesterol's a little high. And I'm like, I've been going to town on the coffee rolls. I'll chill out. And then I looked. Coffee rolls, according to the website, have 0 cholesterol. Now, I don't know where this cholesterol is coming from other than I'm just getting up there a little bit. A couple new podcasts we're doing. We have the top 11. Every week we pick a subject and count down the top 11. This week, the top 11 movie villains. So check out the top 11 wherever you get your shows. If you want to follow along with the elections, we have a new show called Ballot. Give you a quick overview so you can keep up while you're talking to your coworkers, or the family at the dinner table, or the proverbial water cooler, which we're all on Zoom now, so I don't know how that works, but you know what I mean. That one's called Ballot. And we also started the Weekly Mac, which is, sometimes I throw out these ideas, and I was like, what if we did a podcast about McDonald's? And my business partner, Mark, was like, yeah, let's do it. And Mark put it together. And the Weekly Mac, just talking about McDonald's and fast food, is amazingly stupid fun. So check that out. Also, while I'm plugging everything, 5 Good News Stories is doing really well lately. I guess it was a good idea to do all those Christmas stories at Christmas time because a lot of new listeners jumped on there. So the number 5 Good News Stories, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's me telling you 5 stories, and they're all good news. The 800-pound gorilla told us about Erin McGuire. I'll comment here. I haven't seen it yet, but they wrote, Erin McGuire has her debut comedy special, Baseline Presentable, out on YouTube. I'll come back to that. And I've shared it in the Facebook group, Daily Comedy News Podcast group, unless you're up at 3:01 in the morning. I think I scheduled the post for I scheduled the post for 7 p.m. tonight. You're going to have to wait a minute. But this gets back to special versus hour. So I clicked on Erin McGuire's release, and it's shot in a small club in Queens, single cam. That's an hour. That's not a special. That's not the same thing as Chris Rock live on Netflix. That's an hour. It doesn't mean it's not good. It doesn't mean it's not funny, but it's just not the same thing. 800-pound gorilla tells us Erin McGuire is a New York City-based stand-up and podcast host who's been featured on Gotham Live and some other things. So that's Erin McGuire's Baseline Presentable. I will check that out next time I'm in comedy hour special mode. From Gossip Corner, Russell Peters is trying to sell his mansion in Encino, 6-bedroom, 7.5 bath house. He purchased in 2020 for $5.6 million. He had it on the market for $7 million. He had to cut it now to $6.2. I look at the pictures. It looks pretty nice. It was previously owned by Robert Kardashian, father to Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, and Rob. It includes a dining area with an 84-bottle wine rack, a chef's kitchen, a Sub-Zero fridge, 3 dishwashers, 3, a cappuccino maker, and a steam oven. Upstairs, 2 primary suites, each with a private balcony and views of the San Fernando Valley. Both suites include sitting areas with fireplaces, spa bathrooms, and spacious closets. The second story also has an entertainment room with a 200-inch screen. Not bad, Russell Peters. In Williamsburg, Virginia tonight, the Last Word Comedy Festival. Tonight, just one show at 7 o'clock, the College Improv Showcase. This one kicks into gear tomorrow. At Sketchfest in San Francisco, a robust lineup. 7 o'clock, Aaron Chen is sold out. 7:30, Josh Johnson is sold out. Claire O'Kane will record an album with an opening set by Eugene Merman at 7:30. Jenna Friedman's Not Funny at 7:30. Scott Thompson as Buddy Cole in King, also 7:30. 9:30, the Edinburgh Spotlight. And then 9:45, a tape of San Francisco Sketchfest. So if we were out there, let's see. Well, I would definitely do Edinburgh. I would want to check that out. How about Jenna Friedman for our early show? We can grab a beverage in between. And that is your comedy news for today. As previously mentioned, you can support the show by going to buymeacoffee.com/dailycomedynews. Or if you're on the Fountain app, you can throw some sats my way. Meet you here tomorrow. Thanks.